the Hoh River, which is quite a beautiful sight. You can imagine that filled with raging water in the winter rainstorms and the spring melt. It's really something. Always looking at these ponds for anything: beaver, turtle, muskrat, otter. Just you never know what you'll see. Just a little ripple in the water is all you need. Everyone's been leaving. I don't see anyone behind me. National Park pass here. Well, we made it to the end of the road and to the Hoh Visitor Center for the Hoh Rainforest. We'll go over here to the ranger station, see if they're open, and then we'll take our little nature trail. There are huge, huge trees deep in the forest here. Large around and extremely tall and strong. Wow, I'm going to fall on my head if I keep looking up. Haha. I just wanted to get ahead of that nature talk by the ranger. I've learned all that stuff in biology, dendrology, zoology, fisheries biology, oceanography. God, what else is there? All the classes you could possibly take in high school and college. So now I just stand there in amazement, knowing what I know about the natural world and how it functions and how life survives and maintains itself. This little side trail goes up here in front of this mammoth old tree, just draped in thick, thick moss. That is the only sound I want to hear in nature. I just wish people were taught to show some reverence to nature and to talk in whispers or much lower tones. There's groups of people here that just will not shut up. It's as if the world revolves around them, taking selfies and everything. Totally miss the entire experience. I walk in quiet peacefulness, and others trample in noise. The main salmon species that frequents the Hoh River and its tributaries is the coho salmon. Okay, that was the Hall of Mosses. Now we're going to go to the right to the Spruce Trail and check that out. Here we are at the split. We're going to go left to the Spruce Trail. The Hoh River Trail is also a very beautiful trail up the river into the mountains. Here we are in the Spruce Trail. You are standing on top of a former river bank, a more open area where big Douglas fir have enough light to grow old. Along this 1¼ mile loop trail is lush varieties of plants representing different ages and stages of forest affected by the wandering power of the Hoh River. Well, seeing how I, in my younger days, have hiked from Hood Canal up and over the Olympics and down to this area and north and south, east and west, I really don't think I'm going to take this 1¼ or 1¼ trail, because I've all seen it before, decades and decades. Oh, that being said, I think I've been on this trail for probably 2 hours hiking around, seeing things. It's still sunny out. It's mid-afternoon. I think it's time to go back and get Kate out, do something with her. So, let's head back to the RV. Been there, done that, went over Anderson Pass, Anderson Glacier, and came out the Salduck Hot Springs. So, I'm not in the shape I used to be when I could roam all over the mountain peaks. So, at least I've got good memories before they were overran by everybody else. It's a cool, beautiful morning up here in the Hoh Rainforest campgrounds. All you hear are the crows and the sound of the river just below us. No breeze at all, just the quietness and noises of nature. It's a really nice, quiet morning here. I'm just walking on the trail to the visitor center, and there's huge moss-laden trees everywhere, all through the campgrounds. Here's inside of the Hoh Rainforest Visitor Center. Have all kinds of exhibits on animal and fauna. Information on hiking trails. The salmon that are in the river and the wildlife. Also the famous banana slugs of the Pacific Northwest forest. Here are some of the huge, massive trees that are up in this area. Western red cedar, Sitka spruce, western hemlock, and the Doug fir. Well, it looks like I'm going to end up doing the Spruce Trail after all, because the other way to the Hall of Mosses is closed for some reason, and that's up at a higher area than down here where the Spruce Trail is. Something has been tearing apart this old stump, trying to get inside to the goodies that lay hidden. Well, I'm glad I took the Spruce Trail after all. It brings you out here to the Hoh Rainforest, or you can look up the Hoh River Valley, see the low hanging clouds and all these trees that flood after flood have eaten away the bank, and these huge trees, which will someday be carried out to the ocean to be driftwood, are laying. which offers lots of protection and shadow for the young salmon coming out once they've emerged from the gravel. I'm looking around, wishing I could see elk crossing the river or down for a drink. If you just have the time and wait for the noise and crowds to pass you by, you can really get the true experience of being out in nature. And you probably have a much better chance of seeing actual wildlife. So, from the Hoh River Rainforest Spruce Trail here on the Hoh River, I think I'll end it here by saying, as always, Katie and I wish you happy trails and woof woof. Catch you later.